Greetings again, adventurers, and welcome back to Let's Play Revelations Persona. In the last episode, we did a bit of exploring here in, Sebek's building, and we collected quite a few demon spell cards along the way. And now we have finally arrived once again at the Velvet Room with our friendly neighborhood Igor. And of course, since we are entirely stocked up on spell cards now, we're going to be summoning new personas. I don't really have any intention of what exactly I'm going to be summoning, but actually doing pretty well for ourselves. Although, Crosscut might be interesting because of Revive, but not really too sure. We have Dark Rider. Flash and Flash Roll and Ray Roll. That might actually be useful. Justice Arcana. Let's see. Tower 88 Shah. We already have Vortic. Can summon Cerberus of the Fortune Arcana. He doesn't have 3 heads, by the way. He does have Magic Shield, which is actually kind of useful. We have Remy, also known as Lilum, another demon that we can encounter, or use as a persona. Specializes in poison, but she does have the Dead ability, which may or may not be that useful. Level 25 Stalios of the Hermit Arcana, something Mark can eventually use. Shogi of Hierophant. Gaseous is one that we might eventually use at some point. Don't want to summon him just yet. Dark Rider with the Justice Arcana. That one we might actually use. Make sure to use bullets, not guns. Use 9mm bullets. Come forth, Dark Rider. We have need of your skills. And Igor using the Psycho Hotline to call in fusion summoning. Let the ritual commence. And from the sea of our soul comes Dark Rider. Hope we will, in due time. We are going to be doing quite a bit of fusion summoning in the early part of this episode. That's still quite a way away. Gaseous will want to summon. Imbue it with the power of the shotgun shells. Why not? We'll summon Gaseous, which we will eventually be using when we're high enough of a level. Put all our spell cards to good use. Nameless plays his haunting melody, and there was a slightly irregular summoning, but we still got Gaseous. Not really sure what the the irregularity will be, but I'm sure it won't affect too much, at least in this instance. Let's see. We have Mortar of the Chariot. 33 though. Hive's not going to be that useful. I know it has Blast, and Wave Wall, but not really sure about Crosscut either. Cycling through the rest of my personas just to see what we have left. Shogi can drop strength and defense. We already got Halo in this instance. Might summon Crosscut. Why not? It would be fine. Clearing up more space in our collection. Fusing Angel with Ketchi. And now we have Crosscut in our collection, because why not? And we can still perform fusions. We might have, well, I don't think we do. I think we use the last of our we can fuse a gift box, which we're not going to. So, no. We'll bring forth Remy. We might have a use for her at some point, when we feel like it. As usual, to bring forth the personas from our collective unconsciousness, the different facets of our being, if you will, which of course is their role and the purpose of the Velvet Room in general. Level 29 Leviathan. Ooh, Leviathan might actually be pretty decent. If we can summon it, which we can't. But never mind. We got quite a bit out of that. Just check to make sure what personas we do have left. We got 10 at the moment. You can have Hellcat and oh, don't press the circle button. Bad TM. I can use Hellcat and Rain. Mary can use a lot more, as can Mark. Could give Nate, Hellcat, and Rain to work with. No, I don't want to do that. Actually, Mary can use Dark Rider, and I'll give Mark, Halo and Vortec, because why not? Just to, fill up space, for the time being. And I believe, we're done with the Velvet Room for the time being, but we will always return at another point in time. I believe, well, we're already privy to another demon encounter. And by the way, Jack Frost can now use Sweet Trap, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, it is. This is the way that we came down in the first place, which means that this way is where we need to go. And of course there'll be dead ends here and there. So, and of course, more demon encounters. Nate's Shock Sword is pretty effective, and it's also a good thing that I kept the Kimono spell card so I can make them run away and give me items, so I don't have to worry about them too much, which is fantastic. And another encounter with a bunch of Secret Service goons, and I think it's probably time to switch up my personas. In this instance, I'll change to Hellcat. Don't need to change Jack Frost. Mark can use Halo at this point, because why not? And I'll show them off in the next series of encounters, just to show you what they can do, and hopefully grind them up to a level that will actually be quite suitable. But we're also making a beeline for Guido, because the time has finally come to make him answer for his transgressions, as we run through the labyrinth of his branch headquarters. What enemies do we find but nightmares and gremlins? And the nightmares actually absorb magic, so actually not going to be that useful. Fortunately, Jack Frost can have some fun with Sweet Trap, and Halo can deal some damage to the nightmares. There we go. Shame that Nate's sword didn't shock the enemies, but
you're dead.
Let's see what random object you pull out of your hat today, Jack Frost. A water container, why not? A waste of water, but okay. And Pawn drops another rock on the enemy. Bad move, using that on Jack Frost. The gremlins use Whip, kind of the same way as Alana, which can actually be devastating. And fortunately we don't, actually, I think you're immune to chill. Yes, I was right about that. Yeah, which means that, unfortunately, Hellcat isn't going to be using his abilities anytime soon. Luckily, Jack Frost doesn't need to worry about that nonsense.
You wish.
And Halo can get another Twin Slash in. Halo is definitely going to be a very useful persona once we get some more ranks going. And And a fridge. A waste of good food. Well, could be worse. Could have dropped a piano on them. Only turned stuff. And another low whip. Yeah, that was 3 hits. Well, 2 hits there since Mark dodged that one. But, they can't do anything with the sword, so he's going to use his trusty gun. A sniper rifle, to be sure.
You wish.
Which, while it doesn't do a lot of damage, it does hit a lot, which is good. But, Mark with the finishing blow there. There we go. I can actually start grinding at a very comfortable pace, and we need to go down further before we can actually head back up again, because that's the way it works. But there's some more rooms down here we can venture into, and of course before we can get into any of them, we get attacked by more demons. And take care of that nightmare.
Die.
And unfortunately Halo isn't going to do anything, because those enemies aren't yet in the front row, which is kind of annoying. And a punching bag takes out one of the gremlins. Magic is useless on the angel. We need to remember that. Gun. Because why not? There we go. And that gremlin is now terrified. Hoping this lands on the angel. It's probably not going to. I thought so. And those hit 3 times. Unfortunately, this isn't going to do anything. What can you do about that? Of course, you can heal yourself. Fantastic. That's not going to do anything, so sword. Sword. Sweet trap. And twin slash.
Persona!
And of course, Mary will be initiative as always, because I think she has the highest agility. I actually didn't see what the object was, but I'm sure it's gem related.
Die.
And that's the end of that particular battle, and quite a lot of experience across the board, which is always good to see. And let's see what's in these rooms. Treasures or more employee rooms? An Augustus tree at the bottom of the building, because why not? I know we saved before, but we'll save yet again. To make sure that our record is always being remembered. There we go. And it's a new moon as well. And the second room. Which, judging by that music, is of course Trish and her fountain of healing, yet again. Yes, we've heard this speech before. And we'll pay you think. I wonder if you are actually kidding about that. $25. That's a bit of a sting, but to work her magic. He's cured again. You money-grubbing fairy, you. But, and of course more demon encounters. Joy. There's some more SS goons you need to deal with. And there is actually that's where it came. So I won't be able to, yeah, there is a trap that way. And I just stood on it, which is kind of annoying. But, yeah, that square was a trap. And I walked over it like a fool. But, well, now we can finally head upstairs. And I'm so glad I don't have to deal with those cursed kimonos. But, we're actually getting a fair way upstairs now. Which is fairly convenient for us. So let's, run the way up there. This way. And, more set of stairs. And, well, there is a door over here at the top of the stairs at the 5th floor. And I'm going to leave the episode here for the time being, adventurers, and when we return, we might do a bit more demon hunting, just to see if I can acquire any more spell cards at this point. But eventually we'll see what's on the other side of this particular door here. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.